In this video, we're going to watch Arena World Championship 2025 Cup 1 North America, World of Warcraft.
Are they going to connect? They imprison him low. He decides to just get spelled out of it. He's not running the big imprison, it looks like at that.
Until now, gets Hodge on his Viva. Zizi under a lot of trouble as well, gets cheap shot. Looks like he's going to make it out with the Nether Walk. He's going to be fine, but Zozo has no lay on hands. And next Arcane Surge coming up in 30 seconds is going to be a world of hurt for Calvish. Zagon, Zozo right now, he might have the bubble. He trades out the bubble as well. So Zozo has no cooldowns left. Zagon does have the rewind, but no Communion to recover them. And Zizi has no Nether Walk. All three targets right now, excellent for Gators back. Calvish has the block, gets kicked. Cubsy on his heel. Zagon punishing him. Dazed under a lot of fire right now as well, but should be able to recover now.
All right. I mean, Zizzy and Zozo are putting up a fight here. Typically, you play the Arcane Mage to kite melee DPS and basically be invincible. The Outlaw Rogue gets control of them, but even despite that advantage, it feels like it's very scary. Nice rewind right before the blind. Nice. He also got the Time Dial. Searing Glare going to hit some players, but Daze dodges it. They get Magic Pop. Daze is trying to cut through with that physical damage, but he doesn't have enough to finish him. And that's really one of the the final cooldowns for the team of Z-Rated. Meanwhile, Cubsy is kind of chilling. He's got his Trinket Void Shift. He's going to have his Guardian Spirit soon. He still has Ray. So Gators back have a huge advantage right now. They need to press it and play aggressive, and that's exactly what they're doing. Cheap shots on the entire team. Ring of Frost is going to be secured this time around, and Zozo has nothing but the darkness. Is it going to be enough? Do they have a knockback, a blast wave, anything? They're just trying to proc him through it and hit him. He blinks in, but he Novas him. He's not going to be able to blast wave. He blinks across. Calvish in a bit of danger here. Has greater invis. Shouldn't be too greedy with it. Cubsy gets out of crowd control. Zozo is still low on health. Zagorn went for the oppressing roar there, so curious to see if he gets any extended crowd control or not. He fakes the kicks, he goes for the sleep, but Cubsy deaths it. Nice shot over death, and Zozo is getting smashed right now. Zagorn trying to pick him up. Daze gets imprisoned, he's dispelled out. Daze is pushing in. He trinketed aggressively. Maybe they're going to stun him behind the pillar. He's anticipating. There's the stun, but Cubsy's in the line. They're going to stun him behind the pillar. He's anticipating. There's the stun, but Cubsy's in the line aside. He's going to dispel it immediately. And right now, it's just Z-Rated need to turtle. It's what is it, like 40 seconds?
Arcane Surge is coming. 8 seconds. Zagon has nothing left. Zozo has nothing left. Zizzy has nothing left. They only have the trinkets. Here it comes. Emerald Communion does come through. That is the last line of cooldowns. Zozo does have his trinket, and Zagon's rotating back. But Arcane Surge is available for Calvish. Full Fear lands. Zagon, beautiful time stop to deny. I think Zizzy did have his reverse coming back in a moment here. Does get kidneyed. Zozo under a lot of fire right now. This is the surge from Calvish. Look for Zozo's health right now. Bomb comes through as well. Zagon able to connect. Rescues him out. Gonna be okay. They're gonna live to see another day. But Calvish under a lot of fire with no ice block either. GS.
Dazed. Big swap. Huge cleave. He's got cloak. He gets stunned. Zozo is also getting blasted. Calvish gets stunned away. Zizzy's trying to peel. Doing whatever he can. Zagorn's trying to fake interrupts and try and top off Zozo. He's got lay on hands again though. They might be able to stall. They might be able to pull off a miracle despite being so behind in this game. But a full double fear into a kidney shot. Zozo is alone.
Full poly.
Full polymorph. Arcane Missile swap on the Demon Hunter, and he almost goes down, but Lay on Hands comes through. Now Zozo has nothing. Can Zagorn pick him up? He's got time stop. He's going to time stop him. He's going to immune the damage. He goes for Sleepwalk. Cubsy immunes it and blocks any potential win here for the next 10 seconds. Beautiful play from Cubsy, but he's struggling, even with that Angel form, to heal Calvish, who needs 2 seconds away from the Ice Block. And now it's such a huge lead. Zagorn completely tapped. There's basically nothing left for them, and they're fighting valiantly to try and pull off a victory here. Ring of Frost hits the Demon Hunter. Cheap shots are coming in. Full Polymorph secured with no trinket. He pre-sanctuaries the stun to try and get some heals out. He gets a Shield of Vengeance. He might buy time to get to the Divine Protection. It's going to be him 2 seconds. Zagorn fakes an interrupt. He finally gets Cubsy in a Sleepwalk. Can Calvish go down? It would be a blunder. He has so many cooldowns. He's getting greater invis. Reduce the damage. He's recovering. Zozo's in trouble again. Full kidney shot. Surely Zozo dies. How is he not dead yet? Imprisoned on Daze.
Arcane Surge.
He's line of sighting. He's getting to the pillars on the corner.
Zizzy,
big swap. No trinket.
Oh, time stop.
He's dead 30.
Zozo's back in the open. Zizzy cancels it. He's dead. Oh my god. Zagon with the time stop there, trying to make a hero play, but actually, he's not able to get the Nether Walk off as well. There was no gap for him to press that. Excellent play, or try from Zagon, but this looks really one-sided Sid for the RMP.
Yeah, it just feels like as soon as the momentum started to build, it's just a snowball rolling downhill against Z-Rated, and it got too big by the end of it. They couldn't keep trying to push back. They have a lot of things working against them. The Prez Evoker is very weak to Rogue and Arcane Mage, especially together. And mana is not good for them. And the melee into the Arcane Mage, this is just very clinical by Gators back as far as composition selection. They knew that they were some type of cleave, and so they anticipated that with the Ret Paladin and tried to pick like the ultimate counter, which is I think the Arcane RMP. Dazed had a phenomenal performance. I don't know how many times we see an Outlaw Rogue out damage a Demon Hunter. Usually Outlaw Rogue is like maybe half the damage, or, maybe 3/4 of the damage of the other classes, but Dazed is right up there, even with some of these classes that typically completely dominate that, which is just making it even harder for Zagorn, because now does he not only need to avoid crowd control and burst, he's got to be worried about this consistent damage, just running him out of mana to the point where he can't heal anymore in the game. So felt like everything was working against him, despite a really good game. Hard fought, really played it out to the absolute bitter end to try and find an opportunity. Maybe I would like to see a swap on Rogue right here towards the end, just because the block was coming back up. I guess evasion's also coming back up. Just everything was working against them by this point in the game. They're just not able to keep it going long enough. They do have, I believe, a Hunter on their roster, which might go a little bit better into the Arcane Mage. Yeah,
I mean, I want to commend Dazed as well. He's making Outlaw look so good.
Yeah.
The damage he's putting out in this game alone. Waz has got to take some notes for sure, because he was crushing Zozo and Zizzy as well. It did look pretty good. Of course, Outlaw Rogue has excellent control, but Calvish, they just aren't able to connect. And I do want to say, yes, the Rogue doesn't have Trinket, but it is so hard for Ret Demon Hunter to kill a Rogue with the Holy Priest positioning so far away, and Cubsy is kiting away most of the game. He's able to dispel the Hodge, able to dispel the Chaos Nova. The only real stun you can catch a Rogue in is Fell Eruption, right? And it's just too short of a stun. You get the Feint up after that, you still have evasion. It is really hard to punish, and so that's why they're chasing after Calvish the whole time, trying to shut his Arcane Mage down as well. Ultimately, wasn't able to. Calvish doing a good job running together with Cubsy, laps around Nagran Arena. The big map, obviously, really favoring the Arcane Mage against the double melee.
Yeah, really. And now losing the blind pick here means that if this does somehow, come down to map it. Oh, they picked Empyrean Domain.
Insta-lock. Empyrean Domain.
Why would they pick the big map? Unless they want like some type of marksman hunter, maybe, because the small pillars?
Yeah. Potentially.
But then marksman into outlaw sounds like a bad time. You just gouge, kidney, disarmed, maybe even blinded if you really need to. They're not going marksman, they're going to go BM. Okay. J-Waz coming in. Zizzy's going out. One Z for another Z, but definitely don't sleep on Z rated, even though it's the triple Zs. They can definitely pull off a win here. Small map is going to be difficult for the Arcane Mage, but also means that the Preservation Evoker is exposed. But it also takes a big map away from Gators, so maybe this is some like weird 5-head moment where you're trying to like steal the map advantage and show that we can win on big maps a little bit earlier on in the series rather than watching it play out all the way through. Cubsy's got the big sheep staff, which you could get from Legion. I wish I got that staff, actually. That thing looks insane when it's transformed. What? I've never seen it like this up close because I don't have it. It's just munching on some grass, invisible grass right now. But it's kind of basic, it's just a set, just straight set. It's a good set, but
Season 2, right?
And the Calvish is the same. He's got the sheep muncher.
Hey, no. This is Cubsy's Arcane Mage Mog. This is
copied his Mog.
Yeah. This is him paying,
homage?
Respect to Jungle Jape. Yeah, exactly. I like this. This is cute from Calvish.
Respecting his elders.
Respecting Cubsy's Arcane as the best Arcane in the world. Dazed. Okay.
Standard
put together. I like it.
Mug.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see this guy in Elwyn Forest, right? You'll see this guy in Elwyn Forest. That's for sure.
Leaning with the new /lean against the
on a fence.
Yeah, on a fence. Just like I'm the coolest guy here in Goldshire right now. Everybody is mogging on me right now.
Flexing the rank 1
Myron my titles. Just the standard rogue. Gotta be flexing that, of course. We're 5 seconds away from Empyrean Domain. Big map. J-Waz is coming in on that Beast Mastery Hunter. He's going to need to bring the pressure with that Legion of Pets, the menagerie, an army of dinosaurs potentially coming out from him to be able to take down Calvish. We see Flare coming down, but Daze dodges it. He gets a sap. Oh, that's not going to be a good start. Oh, he's behind the pillar. J-Waz is nowhere near him. He can't do much. Oh, but Calvish opens up, not behind the pillar. Dragon's Breath, Ring of Frost defensively. Daze grapples over to swap.
Oh, this is insane.
Sacrifice. He gets rescued back, but he clips the ring on the rescue for a second there. Can't heal for a moment. J-Waz going to feign death, go for the Scorpion Sing, trying to set up a silence to reduce some pressure onto Calvish. And we see a stun trap from downtown. Snipes the trap. All that aim practice in Fortnite paying off here in WoW as well.
Cubsy not getting a gap to death there. I thought he might, but full blown Zego.
Oh, God.
JY is under so much fire. Uses the turtle, doesn't. Oh my god, he used his wall, but he doesn't turtle. He is crazy right now. I can't believe he doesn't turtle because his heal is still in the sheep. Is able to get topped off by Zozo. Looks like he used lay on hands there, but I'm pressing turtle there every single time, and this guy has some confidence to not press.
Yeah, some trust in his teammates. A big swap on the dragon. Killing spree. Dazed is absolutely killing it. I've never seen an outlaw rogue beat a BM hunter and red on damage. He's doubling a BM hunter and a red. How is he doing this? But Calvish is isolated. Nice sleepwalks. Good plays. They get the Will of Forsaken. Calvish repositions. Zagorn's laying in some heat right now with those Chrono Flames. Trying to get his team back into the fight. Cubsy could get swapped to potentially as well if he's hovering at such low health for any longer. Ring of Frost double. Not really a double, but it does at least hit Zagorn. He polys the red. Big Arcane Blast Barrage combos. Is he going to knock him out of line here, go for a resheep? He's not able to get it. Zagorn just, he silenced him right before he could do it on the resheep. And Jay was actually turtled.
Wait, turtles?
So they're down their turtle, they're down lay on hands, and they're down the Preservation Evoker trinket. So there's a lot of options. They could basically go after the Hunter or the Preservation Evoker for the next attack.
Yep. Stun lands onto JY is under so much fire. Trap onto Cubsy. Looks like JY is the one who's taking fire right now, though. Can they follow that up? Any CC on Zagorn as well at the same time. Cheap shot lands. JY's in so much trouble. Full stun. Stuns his trinket on the smoke bomb as well. Can he land another one? Gouge him low, and JY's magic bop. Can Daze finish him off? He's gonna be just fine. Zozo coming in clutch.
Oh my god.
Very last second there, but oh my god, that was.
He's still dead. He's just dead. Full blind. No trinket. It's over. You're just done. You're done, buddy. Calvish is the entire arena combined. Obviously, I want some Cubsy lessons on Arcane, man. Like Calvish getting to practice with Cubsy, doing the big deeps. Dazed is also beating the Ret and the BM Hunter. I mean, oh my god, man. Gators look really good. The Gators look really good, man. Oh my, they've got multiple comps, multiple strats. Like, oh god. WizK's just chilling on the bench also as a backup if they really need him there. Keep him there.
Let's see this again. I mean, this RMP is, to be honest with you, they look so comfortable in RMP right now. Cubsy defensively has done such a great job. Calvish really hasn't been under that much trouble where it's been potentially a game-losing moment. He's just doing such a good job staying far away, keeping Calvish nice and healthy, and JWaz just taking so much damage. And I do have to say, his turtle, I'm not sure I agree with it when he did use it, but I can't believe he didn't press it here, He really got away with murder right there.
And then this moment, did he get Master Spell on the Magic Bop here? Because he took... Daze is just... He got Master Spell too.
There it is.
Because his health just plummeted a few moments later, and I was like, he must have Master Spell. There's no way the Rogue is doing that all by himself, but they're just all over him. They just have full control of the game. Another disadvantage of the BM Hunter is that those pets add to the Arcane Mage's damage with Barrage, so pet classes are typically not great into Arcane. I think, like, it's so weird to say this, but I feel like it would almost be better if he was Survival. Is Survival actually coming out
Survival
as, like, the top meta spec? I feel like Survival Hunters are looking so much better. BM Hunter might have its place maybe against Warlocks and something, more stationary casters, but honestly look the best. We're moving to match point, and Z-Rated are down. They've shown two compositions. First one didn't look like it was going to work at all. I think the Hunter has potential, but only if he can play a different specialization. In Marksman, I feel like the Rogue will just stop you from doing anything, unfortunately. So Survival has a little bit more wiggle room in this type of matchup, but is JWaz prepared to even make that exchange? I like this Mog. It's like a combination of a Hunter Elite set from Dragonflight, and then I think that's like the Shaman Mythic set, but it's like the off-tier gear, so he's wearing like a Shaman helmet, but it looks really good on a Hunter with like the wolf skin. I actually like this combo.
We gotta hide the helmet. That's my opinion.
I like the helmet. What's
hide the helmet. Hide the helmet.
What do you mean hide the helmet? This is not a butter helm, okay? Like
you won't see this in Elwyn Forest.
What?
Zozo though.
This is
this is an interesting Mog. It's like Tabard matches.
You just like it because it's Cataclysm shoulders, and you like Cataclysm, right?
Oh, it is one of the best expansions.
Reminds you of Cataclysm. I know that's why you like it. It reminds you of Cataclysm.
Looks like a Deep Home Mog.
Yeah, it's a Deep Home Paladin. What was the name of the the rock elemental? It was purple princess something down there.
Therazane?
Therazane? Yeah, it's like a Therazane transmog. Looks like a loyalist of Therazane. It's unique.
It's not bad.
It's kind of weird with like the pixel quality, compared to the shoulders to like the leg plates. The leg plates look like they're painted on, and it's not a little bit consistent there. They got a purple theme going in the Hunter tier 3. And I have that blade. That's the Iblis blade from original Naxxramas. I remember farming that right before TBC was about to end because they were going to move Naxxramas to a different location. So I think that is really cool. For that, am I right
Shades
about that? It's
blade.
a different one. It looks exactly like the Iblis blade.
Yeah, it has the same model.
I want to go
Blade as
look at
well.
it. I swear it's the same. I remember getting that, like, it was like a gold bidding war right before Naxxramas was going to permanently retire from original Nax, and I was like, I need to get some item from this before it's gone, and I put every bit of gold I had to just get that.
A bit of an uninspired mock, though, I'll have to admit.
I mean, he's in Evoker form. It's hard, man. What
Yeah.
are you gonna do?
Yeah. I'm not.
We have to get his Visage form. What does he look like in Visage form? Is that even possible to do on this? Probably unlikely,
Well,
but
the belt and the tabard aren't matching. That's my problem.
yeah. He's just this isn't even his live character, right? It's not even his live character. So like maybe he likes that tabard because it's a rare one, but he's on the TR. You can literally do anything. The world is your oyster. You could do anything, and this is what you do. They gotta set the mod game up. All right, small map.
RMP.
Probably gonna do Red Demon Hunter. I feel like.
Yeah, they like the small map. They want to connect onto Calvish, not let him take advantage of the Arcane Mage running laps around the arena. And you're right, Red Demon Hunter Prez. But I mean, on Nagran they did force a block, from Calvish. To be fair, but Cubsy had that trinket swap opportunity the entire time. And I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think the Dragon in this comp especially just gets bullied too hard by RMP. I think it's really, really hard for him to keep his teammates up and chase after the Arcane Mage. And the thing about the Dragon is that as a preservation evoker, your healing is very, it's in a cone in front of you and it's quite short range. And you're facing this Arcane Mage that's just running away the whole time with 2 melee chasing. So you have to keep up as the evoker, and it just becomes so hard because you get stuck in the middle of the map and you're susceptible to CC. RMP, of course, tons of CC. Zagon's going to have a tough game.
Yeah, this is the hardest matchup you could get as a preservation evoker, like you said. Outlaw Rogue by itself can be annoying. Rogue in general can be annoying as Prez. Arcane is the most annoying caster. And then you've just got a little extra CC as well with the Fear and the Chastise to deal with on top of that. And you've just got to be too close into the fight. So Z-Rated need to win fast. They got to go in and take advantage of what they do have advantages with, which is high burst damage in the opener. Avenging Wrath and Tip the Scales Fire Breath can be a huge hit for their composition. And just try and race the clock, because the longer the game goes, the more Zagorn is going to get squeezed on cooldowns and resources. So Z-Rated need to embrace the Zug here. I think it's a good map. Obviously, the BM Hunter just looked way too fragile, and they weren't able to win on the big map with it. So this is probably their best shot for getting a win. But they will have to go to a large map if they do manage to pull this off, and I don't know if the Red Demon Hunter will be capable of that. So it's going to be an uphill battle for Z-Rated if they want to pull this back. 3 wins in a row against Gators back, and Gators back looks so good. I was on your side as well from the opening of the show that I feel like they can win the whole thing. This team looks so stacked, and with Cubsy on healer, I swear it's gonna be completely cracked. I feel like Welcome to the Shang are gonna have a serious challenge this season in North America.
Yeah, I mean, having that backbone, the foundation of your team, the support of one of the best healers in the world backing you up, making sure you're always comfortable, it enables you to play your game. You're not under pressure as much because you have such a good player behind you, and that changes things. If you're playing with a healer who's not world class, it does change how the game plays, and you're under a lot more pressure. So the game is just naturally going to be a lot more tough, and that's the thing about Cubsy that is so good. And I'm happy to see him back on the healer role. One of the best to ever do it, and of course he's joined by Dazed, Calvish, and WizK. I would have loved to see WizK come out in this series. One of the best players coming out of North America as well. He's on the bench, but Dazed and Calvish, of course, not too new, but they're top players nowadays, and they're showing it. Ooh. They're doing excellent as RMP.
Oh, they
Dazed
found him.
Immediately rushing in.
They popped him out of stealth with a Spectral Sight. That was nice by Zizzy. Eventual retreat to immune it. But here comes the kidney shot. Here comes the cheap shots. Sanctuary instantly. Zazorn immunes the ring with Deep Breath. This is a great opener for Z-Rated. They totally avoid the sap. They avoid the initial DRs, but Chastise Fear sneaks in.
Well, Fierce.
And it's a double. Oh, but it ends up breaking. It's unfortunate now. A reverse. Zizzy's just playing out of his mind right now, getting huge value. Hammer of Justice on Cubsy. Into a Sleepwalk. Great CC chain. This is honestly the best game from Z-Rated so far. But now Calvish is ramping. And they survive the hits. He's casting. Where's the damage? Those are rescued. Gets rescued, but big swap on Zizzy. Not enough damage. I mean, Z-rated. This is really good for them. They survived the Arcane Surge. They survived the opener. And Zagorn is in a swap at the moment, but Calvish can't hit him. So he's patiently holding some vital defenses like his Trinket or Communion, but he walks into a fear.
Look at Zozo.
Oh, Zozo just
Can he
dying
follow
to
up?
dazed. Can he get the ring?
There's a stun, maybe. Nope, not able to connect. Calvish getting line as well. Connecting to Zizzy now. Can they bomb this? Full cheap shot. He does have the Trinket though, so it looks like he's got to be okay, but so much damage coming through. That wasn't even the Arcane Surge. Cubsy got into the Hodge right now. They're going to try and follow up. Daze doing a fantastic job. Gouging Zagorn, denying that Sleepwalk follow-up. Calvish going to be fine. But yeah, like you said, great open for Z-rated. Calvish spent about half a minute trying to get a Surge off, doing nothing. Really shutting him down. Doing an excellent job.
They have good cleave here, but Dazed is just controlling them so much of the cheap shots, a full blind. That gets Emerald Communion. Calvish shifting power to get to that Touch of the Magi, to get to that next Arcane Surge. Evocation, he's ramping up his primary stat. He's ready to do a lot of damage in a moment here. Adrenaline Rush is already rolling, and Dazed is keeping up his momentum with evasion, staying aggressive. But Zagorn just displaces away from him, trying to get on top of Cubsy potentially in the near future. They need Hammer of Justice. Cubsy has Fade. Is he going to fade it? He doesn't get it. He's into the stun. They need a Sleepwalk, but it looks like they're there. But Calvish is just dying in the Hodge. He alters back, a huge value alter from 1% back to 100, but now Dazed is being punished a bit for those aggressive maneuvers earlier on. Now he's got precognition. Touch of the Magi available. When's he going to launch it? Zozo gets cheap shot behind the pillar. Arcane Blast around the corner. Can they finish him? Rescue pulls him behind the pillar. Cubsy taking the time to use symbols to get some mana and reset some cooldowns here. Good awareness by Cubsy, realizing this game could go to the distance. Still playing it kind of more in moderation, picking his moments. Zozo's charging in. Where's the fade? Does he get it this time on the Hodge? He gets the full Hammer of Justice, but Zozo's at half health. Calvish is free casting, full polymorph. Zozo got time dilated right before it, and they reverse it. Good teamwork from Zizzy so far in this game. Zozo's cracking some damage on Daze. He gets Cloak. He's going to swap back on Calvish, but Zagorn's mana. It just feels like it's going to be all for nothing if they can't close out a kill before Zagorn Zoom.
Yeah, Daze doesn't have Trinket though, and Cubsy has no Trinket because he just willed that fear for 20 seconds. Zizzy right now though, caught into a full cheap shot, bomb comes through, time stop. Beautiful play from Zagorn. Zizzy is going to come out still in the cheap shot, gets kiddied on it, he does have Trinket but he dies. Oh, actually, he Trinketed into that. I mean, that wasn't even an Arcane Surge.
Gators back this is a huge team, bro. This is a huge team.
I thought he outplayed it.
This is a stat. I thought he did too. I'm like, he time stopped the bomb. It goes over, right? There's no way they're going to still win. But the thing is it pauses everything. So it pauses the stun.
Exactly.
So the stun was still up even after the time stop ended, and so they could chain it into another stun. And I bet Zizzy is wishing that the 2DR rule was in for that moment, because maybe he could have got another walk-off on the third cheap shot or something at that point. But I feel like Z-Rated played such a good game throughout this. I mean, they still have trinkets at the 3-minute mark, but right here he gets time stopped, which pauses the cheap shot at like 3 seconds. It negates the smoke bomb, but Cubsy got so many CCs, and he trinket rewind's not enough. It's just so much damage just squeezed in at the last second, and that's mostly just due to Daze. Like, he's doing more damage on Outlaw Rogue than I want to say almost any rogue. I'm not used to seeing a rogue keep up with a Ret or keep up with a Demon Hunter. I'm just not used to it overall.
Watch this again. So you cheap shot Zizzy, and Zizzy trinkets and gets time stopped by Zagorn on his trinket, and then Daze just waits out the time stop, kidney shots him as soon as it ends before the Nether Walk. Use a Blade Dance there instead of spamming Nether Walk is a little bit, that's a mistake on Zizzy's end, but that was Zagorn trying to make a play and unfortunately sabotaging his own teammate on the Trinket Nether Walk. Gators back punished that, but that was a sick interaction to see.
All right, really clutch plays here. Gators back, they got everything, man. Like they're not just there's no cheesy one shots. They can play the late game, they can play the early game. They've got the setups, they've got style, they've got flash, they got flare, they got overall damage. Like, this is the entire package. This is the team, in my opinion. Gators back. This is the team. These guys are on fire. They're locked in. They're not completely new contenders, but as far as being a new roster, they're I think they're the biggest challenge for Welcome to the Zhang, which is the next series, obviously. And I need to see Gators back against Welcome to the Zhang. Like, that's something I need this weekend. It needs to happen.
Absolutely.
So let's make it happen.
I couldn't agree more. And I mean, based on how they played that series, that could definitely be a possibility. 3-0 against Z-Rated. They were definitely the underdogs in that Z-Rated, that being said. And unfortunately, that is going to be the end for them. Like you guys already mentioned, quick 3-0 from Gators back. So we'll see if they can make that happen for you, Super Tees. Here is the bracket. They are close to making it to the grand finals, and they're going to be playing either F tier or Welcome to the Jung from this next series. arguably the biggest series of the day, one that we highlighted quite a bit before heading into the first series of the day, is one that we've got coming up next year, and I could not be more excited. Chan, what do you make of this series?
I mean, it's so hard to say. I mean, the thing is, Welcome to the Jung is they're the best team in North America, right? Like, they've been the best team in North America anytime they're competing, really,
For how
for
many
years
years?
now. And the thing is, I don't believe that anyone can take them down. Gators back is maybe the best chance at it, but they're just too solid as a team. I will say though, I think that their healer Zhang might be playing with high latency this tournament,
Ooh,
so that is quite a big disadvantage to them. But nonetheless, all four players on that roster are so good, and we'll see what FT has cooked up to try and face them. And it really depends on the meta as well, right? Welcome to the Jung, very used to that Feral Ellie H power. They relied on that for a lot of last season at Gamescom. They relied on it as well. They've been practicing some other comps now. We'll see what they've cooked up for us, and it really depends on the matchup. I'll have to see that, and then I'll have an idea. But
fair.
no one's beating Welcome to the Jung.
I think, yeah, it's definitely not something that you see too often with this team. I mean, they're the most consistent team out of every single region, if you ask me, that for Welcome to the Jung. I'm curious, Chan, I mean, you mentioned latency. You used to play with different latency than your teammates. I mean, how did that affect you as a competitor?
I mean, it's a massive disadvantage. I won't lie, but Zhang, fantastic player, and their team is quite a defensive team. They're very solid defensively, and when you have a defensive playstyle, having that high latency isn't as bad as a setup team that is trying to play aggressively. Where if you mess that up, you make a mistake, you get punished for it.
All right, well, we'll have to see how they do. Before we head to a break, though, we've got our first game of Who's Spell lined up. If you guys...
Okay. We were watching Gators back versus Z-rated, and that's enough Arena World Championship North America bracket for today. World of Warcraft, The War Within. This was Cup 1 Arena World Championship